Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our Balanced Life, Happy Life this Tuesday, August 29th. If you are looking for a life in which you can truly thrive, you're in the right place. Every week, we look at 5 elements that do help us to be and become our very best self. We look at air, water, sleep, nutrition, and natural energies, and how when those combine, they create an environment where we truly can thrive, called a wellness home. And if you're looking to enjoy, to have more abundance, passion, energy, creativity, excitement, energy, whatever it might be in life, you are in the right place, because we're going to look at how you truly can create a wellness home and thrive within it. One of those components that we're going to focus on tonight is this idea of nutrition. And we have an amazing individual with us tonight who's going to present and share her wisdom with us. She has spent, Randy Rolfe, who's a platinum consultant, more than 40 years educating people in all different kinds of environments about nutrition. She has been a practicing nutrition counselor for more than 30 years. She's been a guest lecturer at many colleges and universities across the country. And she has written not 8, ladies and gentlemen, but 9 books on creating health and wellness within families. This last book, her 9th book, focusing specifically on nutrition. And it's being released September 1st. And if Randy would be so kind, maybe she'll give us some insights on how we can go about securing a copy for ourselves. But this 9-time author is going to share with us tonight some amazing ideas about how we can use knowledge, information, understanding about nutrition and the body to help create a life in which we can thrive and a home in which we can thrive. So Randy is a doctor of law. She has a Juris Doctorate. She also has a master's degree. Very educated individual. Randy, are you willing to share some of that knowledge and information with us tonight?
Oh, absolutely, Jeff. Thank you for an introduction. I love sharing about Niken because it was such a discovery for me in 1997 when to find this company that was creating this whole other area of health around wellness because of their energy products. And I knew so much about nutrition. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing with nutrition. And to find that they were at the cutting edge and had a comprehensive approach to supporting the body, not just a nutrition here for this condition or that condition, but a whole comprehensive approach to supporting the body. So yeah, I'm very excited to share tonight. And I have a PowerPoint. I'm going to go ahead with that. Let's see here. There we go. So welcome to Nikan Kenzen Wellness. And Kenzen is all about wholeness. And I first got interested in nutrition through my great uncle. Whoops. I meant to show my great uncle. He was famous for his organic garden and lived to 100 years. I was at his 100th birthday party. So I was very interested in organic eating. And 40 years later, I'm writing this book that's coming out in September. And it's all about real foods. So the idea is to have single ingredients. Don't have these long lists of all kinds of ingredients, maybe from the lab and from processed foods. That's what I love about Niken's nutritionals. They're all based on a philosophy of whole foods. So as Jeff already said so nicely, it's a greenhouse for humans, having all these areas covered. And this is actually my great uncle Scott's little greenhouse. So he grew vegetables all through the winter in Maine. So Who's responsible for our food quality? Well, we are 30,000 food manufacturers, but the top 100 earn 70% of all the profits, and that comes from ultra processed foods. And the most profitable corporations, oil, chemicals, and tobacco, are also major players in agriculture. So, are they really looking out for our food quality? The FDA and the Department of Agriculture have certain responsibilities, but there's no way that they have the budget to make sure all our food is safe. They just try to keep from poisoning and false claims, that kind of thing. But Nikon's very careful about not claiming anything that hasn't been proven by third party work. There are over 2,000, it's actually 3,000 untested chemicals in our packaged food, and hundreds are only included because they're generally recognized as safe by the industry. The dietary guidelines are very good, but they don't say anything about processed and overprocessed foods and the deficiencies of our soil and so on. So we are responsible for our food quality, and 70% of American adults actually do take full food supplements. So you can tell they're concerned about getting good nutrition. I have to move this thing out of my way so I can read my own slide. There. The U.S. dietary guidelines that are current recommend that 85% of calories should come from healthy foods. And unfortunately, we 48% of adult diet and 67% of a children's diet is ultra processed foods in the United States today. That shocked even me. I was amazed to see that that was the case. Why is this not going forward? I'm sorry. So in a recent study, people eating a typical ultra processed diet consumed an extra 500 calories each day over people that were eating the same amount of food, protein, fat, and carbohydrates, but not ultra processed. So that's how our obesity has happened. So the American Heart Association recommends no more than 9 teaspoons of added sugar for men and 6 for women. But the Center for Disease Control says the average consumption is 17 teaspoons, and one 12-ounce soda contains 10 teaspoons. So we're already poisoning ourselves with sugar. So there are really 9 basic reasons to take food supplements. First of all, depleted soil, nutrients lost in the processing. Many people are typically deficient even of the recommended dietary minimums. We lead relatively sedentary lives, but we need the same micronutrients. And diet can be imbalanced. We are all individuals, have different needs, and we have toxins in our environment. And stress causes more need for certain vitamins. Now, Nikon's nutrition philosophy is about whole foods and doing things as much as possible in a natural way. So they really have the only philosophy of all the nutrient lines out there of organic-based nutrition as close to food as possible, coming as much as possible from food. So I've identified 10 special advantages of our line in Nikken. First of all, the processing. When they process the vitamins, it's done and very expensively. You have to turn the drum a lot longer to mix everything so that every capsule has what's on the label. That's very rare out in the field. Also, the physiological quantities. I love this because they're never over mega dosing you just for one purpose. It's designed to support all the systems, and the nutrients in each supplement work synergistically with the others. The labeling is really clear. There are lots of nutritionals. You can go online and try to get a label, and there's no list. You just order it on faith. Then We have priced competitively and organically based, as I said, and that means a lot. No GMOs, no hormones, no antibiotics, no pesticides, no herbicides, no endocrine disruptors, no heavy metals, and it's not irradiated. So that's really important and based in research and also traditions around the world of healthy eating. And we're looking at the body processes supporting them, not trying to change a few symptoms here and there. And there's a great deal of focus on the gut microbiome, which really comes from Nikon's Oriental Asian background of really focusing on digestion and how we put nature into our bodies. And also, Nikon's nutritionals are sensitive to personal preferences. We have many vegan, gluten-free, kosher, and paleo. So this is a wonderful diagram by Mary Bowser about all of our supplements. We have about 14, but they address the different systems. The core system that I'll talk about briefly, and then the gastrointestinal, the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, the immune system, and the musculoskeletal system. So I'm going to go through these really quickly. The basic multiple that we take is our Mega Daily 4. It's 4 tablets because you can't get all the things you need into one capsule, no matter what they say. And what Nikken does, like it's from foods. It represents all the different colors of foods, which means different frequencies of energy, the phytonutrients, the bioflavonoids, the multivitamin and mineral combinations that are in the RDA list. And there's a women's formula and a men's formula that have all traditional herbs that support those the specific gender systems. And the Mega Daily 4 is developed so that it goes into the body gradually, so it supports you all day. Then the Kenzen Vital Balance is our powdered for smoothies, our powdered supplement, which gives you 1/3 of the RDAs in a serving, and it's protein rich, but it's not just a protein support. It's 1/3 of your daily protein needs from organic pea, rice, and chlorella, which are very absorbable and rich. It has beneficial bacteria that are encased so that they get down to the bowel. They aren't just destroyed by stomach acid. And one of the most important things is the high level of MCTs from coconut milk, because that's brain food. It helps balance the energy through the day, and it's great for weight control. And we have all these wonderful herbs that sweeten it, make it delectable without adding a lot of calories. So it's wonderful as a smoothie. Then we have the best thing from the vegetable world. I like to say that nature's perfect food, young barley grass, organically grown in this country. We used to grow it in Japan, but then after they had the nuclear disaster, we grow it here. So Nikan looks at everything. Full balance of enzymes. It's harvested when the enzymes are most alive, and it's cold pressed so that they stay alive, and it's organic. Most of these are organic. Then I say Super Siaga is the best from the fruit world. So there are all these wonderful berries that are known to be high antioxidants. So very high auric value, and that's the antioxidants. So the Siaga actually stands for cardiovascular, immune, antioxidant, gastrointestinal, and adaptogenic support, and that's about stress. And I love the ingredient list. There's nothing else added, just these berries. So it really tastes fabulous. Now, this is my favorite of all, because if you're not digesting well, the nutrients you take in, even if you're eating a wonderful diet, um, you need to have your digestion. So if someone says, where am I going to start? Just start with digestion. So whatever you're eating will be properly digested. So there's 20 different natural food source digestive aids to deal with the protein, the fat, the fiber, and the carbohydrates. And so you want digestion and absorption, and it's all vegans, so there's no, enzymes from pigs or something. Some of them have that. Then we have Kenzen lactoferrin 2.0. Now, lactoferrin is a wonderful substance that's in mother's milk, in mammalian mother's milk, to help build the blood system, the digestive system, and it's all over the body. But as we age, we produce less and less of it. And Nikon's lactoferrin is a great support. It really encourages the proper balance of the gut bacteria as well. And it includes synergistic other complements. So it's really valuable. Then we have cleanse and detox, and this isn't an aggressive detox. You could take it every day, but it has 6 well-known herbs that have been used for hundreds of years and have been tested in modern research. Very gentle action, basically to support the liver, which does the detoxification. So it takes the burden off your skin or your lungs if your liver is really operating well. Then there's clarity, for mental clarity, and ashwagandha has been known for years, decades, centuries, and then all these other brain foods. And this really feels good. When I was preparing for an exam for my MA, I made sure I was taking this every day. So it's amazing what Nikan has. Progesterol is the concentrate of the organically grown oranges, red oranges from Italy, and it has been shown to maintain good levels of blood glucose, cholesterol, triglycerides, and even blood pressure within normal range. And you want to do that. You don't want them wandering into the outer spaces of the numbers. And again, that's got synergistic, gooseberry, and bioflavonoids. Then we have omega green plus DHA, which these are your essential fatty acids. They're great against aging symptoms, and it's not sourced from fish oil. And a lot of the fish oil supplements are actually rancid. Um, and this is from flaxseed, cranberry seed, and special algae. So it's vegan, but it is the essential fatty acids. And then we have immunity, which is very popular the last few years, particularly. We have 14 different mushrooms. 6 of them are exclusive to Nikan, grown in special environment to keep them pure and most potent. And they even are rich in the glucans that are recently getting a whole lot of special attention for being so good for the immune system. So these different mushrooms are known to support different parts of our complex immune system. Then we have the bone density uh, supplement, and this has a marine plant complex, and it works with our calcium supplement, but it holds the structure of the bone so that it grabs the minerals and then lets go of them when it needs to. So it's got a wonderful complement, sorry, of magnesium and trace minerals and K2. Then here's our calcium complex, which is naturally sourced and easily absorbed. It includes boron and manganese, which really help balance with the other minerals, and the vitamin D3 that's so important for absorption. And finally, we have the joint, and Nikan worked with the scientists who discovered the power of the CM complex to lubricate the joints. And it really helps support collagen, bone, and connective tissue repair. And it also has all those familiar things in them that come in others, but we have proprietary right to the I lost I only had a few more here. Let's see. Sorry about that. So I just wanted to show this again of the different how we cover all the system, and to get you on auto ship, so you don't miss out, you don't get behind in anything, and you get an extra 10% break when you have auto ship, and you can change it every month. Just give them 3 days notice. And so all of the things that are available to auto ship are marked with the little AS on your shopping cart. So it's an amazing way to make sure that your nutrition is top notch. So thank you very much for listening, and sorry for the glitches, but happens. And back to you, Jeff. Thanks.
Randy, thank you so much. It's really exciting each week to learn about these different components, these different elements of the wellness home. Tonight we learned all about nutrition and some fantastic information. Randy, thank you for sharing that with us. Please do not fail to join us next week. We also have an exciting presentation. Kimball Sargent, a platinum consultant, also a member of Team Tai Chi, will be with us, and she will be talking about natural energies, these unique products that really are unique to Nikken and that help create this environment where the body truly can exist, can thrive at its very best. So join us next week. We meet every week on Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So next week we'll be joined by Kimball Sargent. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see everybody next week for our Balanced Life, Happy Life gathering. Enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. Have a great evening, and we'll see you all soon.
Thanks, Randy.